Alright, Salakia. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Alright. I saw this clip. And, hella spiritual because for the simple fact that this applies to us all. As I've been pretty much going into a whole week for the most part, as far as just our faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai, and the more and more closer we get to that day where our faith is going to be put to the ultimate test. All right, but nevertheless, day by day, Yahweh Bashim Shai, he's been showing us already that he's here with us, he's dealing with us. So with that being said, I would imagine when that time comes, for the elect, whoever they are, that is pretty much going to be a no-brainer, because again, when our back is against the wall and all hope seems lost, you see, that's when the Lord manifests his power. That's when he shows up. And again, because it's just one of those things where it's like, see, I'm with you, so situations happen, other times we may panic, fret, worry, but when it's all said and done and the Lord delivers us, again, the Lord, it's just like the Lord's just looking at us like, you see, what were you panicking for? I told you I was with you, and this is again what we're learning now. All right. Go ahead and start off with this, because it's cold, man. Like the heading says, never lose hope. Because that's what this whole thing of ours is based off of, man. It's based off of hope. The scripture said we're prisoners of hope. All right. And the scripture is also in reference to Yahweh Bashim Shai. It says he's invincible. The invincible power. All right. When we don't see. And that is the very definition of hope, faith. All right. Believing in that which we don't see. You see. Before I get that, I'm going to grab this real quick in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 9. I'm sorry, Ephesians 1 and 19. And what is the exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe? And you see, because it said to usward that believe. All right, to the faithful witnesses. It says according to the working of his mighty power. So, hey, and it's easy said than done, hey, and applying to myself as well, of course, sit back and let the Lord work his work, his mighty work. Let the Lord work and do his thing, man. Right? Because again, it's in those moments where we're just like, fuck, man, I'm done, I'm through. Well, hey, that's when the Lord shows up and he shows out for his faithful saints, his faithful witnesses. All right, to us, what that believe, right? So from there, I'm going to 2 Corinthians, and I'm gonna also read this in a GNT because it's cold. But 2 Corinthians 12 and 9, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and read that in the GNT. It's like this is another walk and talk, so I'm a little bit out of breath. Oh, when are we going to get through this? 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. In the GNT, it says, but his answer was, my grace is all you need, for my power is greatest when you are weak. So you see, that's how the Lord shows forth his power. All right. As I said earlier this week, man, hey, in order to need a miracle, all right, in order to need a miracle, you have to be in a position to need one in the first place. Because again, my grace is all you need. For my power is greatest when you are weak. So you see, when our back is against the wall and it looks like the end of the line, and you know, it seems like from the naked eye, from a carnal point of view, there's no hope. Well, hey, that's when the Lord shows up, and that's when he shows forth his power. Right? Because, you know, watching this clip, hey, you would think this animal's done. You would think, hey, man, yeah, he's through. But he escaped. Right? He got away. You know, he got salvation, which, to quote again, to mention again, because as the Apostle Tahar has brought it out, the definition of salvation is escape from impending danger. And clearly, if you're a gazelle or a deer or whatever, all right, not only was this animal, you know, it was in the water, you know, because obviously that's what alligators and crocodiles, that's where that's their habitation, that's their territory. You see, so the fact that this creature was even able to escape against all odds, you see, this creature was able to escape against all odds. You see, yeah, that's a miracle for you, man. All right, and you know, it also reminds me of the scriptures that talk about how, hey, listen, you know, and this is something I say every day, because just because World War III isn't popping off, or the MOTD isn't being mandated, or certain things aren't happening, all right, on a day-to-day basis, nevertheless, prophecy does play out every day. All right, prophecy does play out every day if you're paying attention, because it's cold. You know, the scriptures talk about how the Lord, he feeds the birds of the heavens, the fowls of the air, Salakia. Right? Hey, that's prophecy playing out. You see? Like I said, it has me thinking, because the animals, the birds, squirrels, whatever, they go about their day-to-day lives, and they don't worry. You know, they don't stress about how they're going to eat, how they're going to get fed. They know they're going to get fed, and they do get fed. Right? Well, how much more to the faithful witnesses, to his saints, to the saints of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? That care that the Lord has for his elect. How much more us? How much more us, man? You see? These animals, they wake up every day, go about their business or whatever, do what they do. And they don't have a care in the world of how they're going to get taken care of. But the Lord takes care of them. And how do we know it's the Lord that takes care of them? Well, hey, the Lord said, if a sparrow falls from the tree, all right, I sanction it. You see? So if a bird or whatever the case may be, something that may appear insignificant, you see, the Lord, he's involved in all things. All right? But something that may appear so insignificant, how detailed the Lord is, but something that may appear so insignificant, how much more, again, to the faithful witnesses, to the saints. the care that the Lord has for his elect, right? So again, 2 Corinthians 12:9 in the GMT. But his answer was, my grace is all you need, for my power is greatest when you are weak. So again, all right, that's when the Lord shows up and shows forth his power. He shows you that he's dealing with you. In those moments where we're most vulnerable, we're at our weakest, all right, you know, when we think it's the end of the line, hey, that's when the Lord shows up and he shows out. It says, I am most happy than to be proud of my weaknesses in order to feel the protection of Hamashiach's power over me. So that's beautiful, man. You know, the Dawadi Habashima Shah, because listen, hey, pursuing the Isaiah 10, man, it goes into how, hey, and that's why I said earlier this week in a video that I did about how, man, I'd rather just take my chances with the Habashima Shah, because the hell with Esau in this system, all right, you're never going to be good, you're never going to be all right. And again, pursuing Isaiah 10, where it says, the remnant shall not trust in the stay, all right, of Esau, roughly paraphrasing. The remnant, they're not going to, you know, depend on Esau anymore. You know? Because again, you're never going to be all right. There's always going to be something. But with the Lord, hey man, that feeling of protection, like, man, the Lord's got me, man. You know, I'm good. You know? It's like any husband with his wife, right? You have a wife, right? And she's panicking. You might be behind on the bill or something. You might not know how, you know, something might come up. Car issues, whatever. Right? And she's, of course, being that she's the weaker vessel, she's going to trip. She's going to panic, anxiety. And in your mind, you just know, it's just like, what you tripping about? We're good. Don't worry about it, baby. I got it. I got you. I got us. Don't worry about it. And, you know, that gives them comfort. You know? That gives them comfort. You see? And that's likewise us with Yahweh Shema Shah. Hey, because again, brothers deal with all types of situations on a day-to-day basis, you know, and hey, in those moments, like I said, our most vulnerable, our weakest, hey, that's why I'm going to read the latter part again. It says, I am most happy than to be proud of my weaknesses in order to feel the protection of Hamashiach's power over me. So you see, man, the Lord's like, man, listen, I got you. Don't worry about it. You good. Don't trip. And I'm going to take care of you. You know, like how Emian talks to this woman. You know, we are the Lord's woman, so, you know, just think of it like that. Like, don't trip, baby, I got you. You good. You know, that's that and I'm going to tell you, you know, I'm sure any woman can attest. I'm sure any woman will admit, you know, hey, that feeling of being protected, being taken care of. You know, any woman that feels, because that's what a woman, she wants more so, you know, over anything. You know, she wants to feel protected. You know, she wants to feel protected. She wants to be smothered in your love. And you know, I'm sure any woman can attest to that. You know, she wants that protection, man. She wants to feel safe. You know, because hey, you know, even the scriptures talk about, that's in Ecclesiastes, where it talks about how a woman without no hedge, she's roughly paraphrasing, without no hedge, man, the spoil is taken, the booty is taken, roughly paraphrasing, you know, and that's us, because we don't have no standing army, we don't have no more fighting for us, we are worms, defenseless and helpless, hopeless, you see, but Yahweh Shema Shah is our hedge, you know, so that it don't trip. And again, I'm speaking to myself, all right. I'm gonna go to this, man. I'm gonna go to this in Romans chapter 8 and 24. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for it? You see, because the chief cornerstone of this thing of ours, man, it's faith. All right, whether Israelites, certain groups out there, they want to talk shit, make mockery, faith-based Israelites, faith-based group or whatever. That's actually a compliment, because that is the chief cornerstone of this thing of ours, faith. You know, because you got, oh man, it will be easy to believe if Yahushua was physically here on the earth. Everyone would believe. How much more since he's not here in the flesh? And the scriptures say that how, hey, if Yahushua said that it's expedient for you that I go away. Right? Why? Because we have to be built up in faith. That's what this whole thing is about, faith. You know, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people, majority of the people, they will believe and do the work and, you know, whatever, if Yahushua was here. But how much more him not being here? What are you going to do, all right, when I put you in these uncertain situations and I'm not physically here to, you know, be here, right? What are you going to do? You still going to do the work? Because like I said, there'd be camps on every corner if Yahushua was physically here on the earth. Well, who's going to really do the work? Who? To everyone that says they believe in me, they love me. Well, yeah, I'm not physically here, so who really loves me? Who's going to really show their loyalty when I'm not here? You know, this is just one of a few examples, you know, again, because it would be easy to believe. Faith would be easy if we could physically see Yahushua. All right? If he was here in the flesh, it would be easy to believe. But like I said, Romans 8:24 again, we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for it? So, you know, hey, there it is. There it is, man. Get another one in Romans since I'm here. Because again, against all odds, all right, against all odds, again, you're swimming in crocodile-infested water, you know, in its territory. You've seen the clip. You know, automatically you would think, man, he's done. It's done. It's finished. You know, and you're getting sometimes, and that's spiritual as well. You know, just thinking about it, because hey, this animal got caught up. You know, and what do the scriptures talk about? Escaping the teeth out of the lion, right? Those teeth. You know, because I mentioned this earlier this week. Yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here when this thing goes down, and some of us are gonna get touched and whatnot. But hey, it won't be to our demise. It's all for a testament. And I've always been the type to look at the glass half full rather than half empty. Because again, some of us are going to get touched. Certain things are going to happen to us, and we're going to get affected. All right, but hey, don't look at that in a negative aspect. Look at it in the sense of it's going to be a testimony for us, man. It's just going to be for a testimony. You see? So don't trip. All right, and even in those moments, again, somehow, some way, you're going to escape. The Lord will make a way for us to escape. So Romans 4:18, who against hope believed in hope, that he might become the father of many nations, according to that which was spoken, so shall thy seed be. And you see, because Abraham, he was told that he was going to have a son, and through his son, you know, his seed would be as the stars of heaven, right? As the sand in the sea, the grass of the earth. You know, now that was at a time where, hey, Abraham, he was well past the age, okay? He was well up in age. Sarah, she was well up in age, right? And even more so, hey, when it came down to Abraham offering up Isaac, all right, you know, we can only imagine what was going through Abraham's head. Here it is. The Lord told me that through this seed, through this child, through Isaac, you know, all the promises, the covenants, you know, like I said, being as the stars of the heaven, but here it is, I got to offer him up. We can only imagine what was going through Abraham's head, but nevertheless, he didn't falter. He was going to go through with the motion because he knew and he believed that, hey, even if the Lord takes him out, I'm just going to see him again. I'm going to receive him again. I'm going to get him back. You know, but nevertheless, looking at Abraham's circumstances, hey, like I said here again, Romans 4:18, who against hope believed in hope. You see? So again, when the situation looks dire, when the situation looks like, man, you know, how the hell am I going to get delivered out of this? You know, when the situation is, man, I'm through. You know, when your back is against the wall, all right, hey, that's when the Lord shows up, man. He shows forth his power if you continue to believe. All right? Because believe it or not believing, not having faith in Yahweh Shem Shah, man, that's high treason. That's treason against Yahweh Shem Shah, man. You know? I'm going to get another one. In Job chapter 14 and verse 7. For there is hope of a tree, if it be cut down, that it will sprout up again, and that the tender branch thereof will not cease. Though the root thereof wax old in the earth, and the stalk thereof die in the ground, yet through the scent of water it will bud and bring forth boughs like a planting. It reminds me of how, hey, this, because, you know, the Lord, he renews our strength every day. All right? Our strength is being renewed every day. You see? And that's those living waters, man. The Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah coming unto us, quickening us, making us alive again. Because in this world, we do look forward to death. All right? But in Yahweh Shem Shah, we look forward to life, to living, life everlasting, immortality. You see? We've been quickened and brought back to life. You see? So there is hope, man. This is not the end all be all. You know? I'm grateful every day. I say the water Yahweh Shem Shah every day that this is not the end all be all. Because if it was, man, we're fucked. You know, but there is hope. Like a tree that gets cut down, man. Hey. You know? Hey, it can spring forth again. That's not the end all be all. Just because a tree gets cut down, you know, that's not the end all be all. It can spring forth again. So never give up. Again, I'm speaking to myself. Don't give up. No matter how desperate, dire the situation is. You know, just wait. Wait patiently, suffer patiently. Just wait. You know, because, hey, man. Again, when our backs are against the wall, man, hey, that's when the Lord shows up and he shows out. He shows forth his power. You know, so Lord willing us edifying. All praises to Yahweh B'Shem Shai. Shalom to you, hopeful elect. Lord willing, get to the next one.